Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of All the Mods 4 from my Patreon server. I have done a couple of live streams in between episodes here, so a whole bunch of stuff has happened and we need to really go check it out. The first thing you already seen in the intro, beacons. We have 2 beacons. There was 2 wandering traders that traded me beacons and they only trade one. I think it's for 20 emeralds or so. And it is really cool. And we can set those up once we make possibly an iron farm, or we can probably just use a builder to mine out a giant area and farm iron that way. That would be kind of easier. And another thing, you may see an ominous volcano here. And where is our base? Where is our door? There's a ominous lever. Let's flick it. Ta-ta-ta-ta. We have an indoor base entrance place thing. And it is looking really, really good. And I've started working on the inside a little bit. I did this on live stream. I'm not sure if I want to have the elevator in the middle. I kind of wanted it to be that way for the moment. But we could put it like somewhere here. Or maybe put like a 2x or 3x2 elevator or something in that sense. So we don't have to hit the block directly. But we could have an elevator here going downwards. I could even move the lamps back by 1 if I wanted to here, and then we put the elevators kind of like centered here, but it really doesn't matter because I could have the refined storage system here in the middle, and then we have a cable going down the middle as well for power and stuff like that. It could be easier to do because we can just put solar panels kind of somewhere on top, or maybe make, like I said, a hole on here on top, and the solar panel kind of like down there in the middle. And that solar panel can charge up our inventory with the whole dispersion upgrade. And speaking of those upgrades, we can get more ender pearls, or I have already gotten more ender pearls because I totally forgot that 1.14 changed the trade for the cleric, and the cleric now no longer gives you eyes of ender, it gives you ender pearls, and we can just buy those free for emeralds. And I think I bought a couple stacks or so, and I have them in this refined store system. And another thing, these guys are all well and good with their melons, but it's very tedious to collect said melons over here with the watering can. So this guy trades clay, and right now he has a very, very low price for both of these, so the clay and the stone, because I have Hero of the Village, and I think I beat like 3 raids or so, 1 on stream and 2 I did just a couple minutes ago on here. And we also bought a special super duper axe that is way better than the other axe, and we kind of maybe want to combine those two and see what we can get actually. And I don't know how much it's going to cost. It's going to probably cost like 80 levels or something. But if we grab our anvil, I think I have anvil, I said, how much would this cost? So this guy has sharpness 10, mending, hell infusion 5, which I don't know what it does. Hell infusion. What do you do? Deals extra magic damage in the nether. Okay, cool. And then we have mounted strike, which I believe is more damage while on a horse. Okay, which is not really necessary. Then we have looting 5, which we had on the other sword as well, and unbreaking 3. And apparently looting does work on an axe. I didn't know that before, but that is really cool. And this guy has efficiency 10, mending, silk clutch, and unbreaking 5. So if we take this plus this, that would cost 27 levels. And we put over the efficiency. We don't put over the silk touch. Why not though? I guess looting? I don't know what silk touch should be compatible with all of these. Has mending. What if we do it this way? That is 85 levels. And we get the silk touch here. Do we lose anything else? Okay, so silk touch is incompatible with looting, because looting I assume counts as like fortune. Okay, so I think we don't really need the silk touch on the axe. We can get a silk touch pick at some point and enchant it with whole lots of enchants. And we have silk touch on our mining gadget anyway. So I don't think an axe silk touch would really be necessary. Plus we don't need to harvest the melons anymore. So I think setting this guy like so would be better. So we have the sharpness 10, the mending, the hell infusion, the looting, and we got the efficiency. So it's a super speedy axe. Wow, that is on the floor to break stuff. Okay, really cool. So the next thing that I want to do is work on the base a little bit more. So I think a good way to set up, as I said, would be to do my whole thing where I do it normally, is to have a central area for our refined storage system, and we can then branch it off to different parts of the base, because that just really, really works. Putting it somewhere in the wall will be kind of awkward. When I come in here, I want to have access directly to the storage system. I don't want to have to run over here to the side. Plus, I want to have the sides go into different farm sections as well. So that I think will be better. And we'll put elevators here, and we can go upwards and downwards, and we can put them on all 4 sides and just have the main area for refined storage system be here in the middle. So what I'll do is we'll just take all of this out like so. I think we can still keep the stairs as well. I think that should be okay, but I need to grab some other basalty blocks and other building blocks, and we can just start slowly moving everything towards the inside. Everything out here has pretty much been removed except for this one solar panel, this power cell, and this dimensional cell. So I'm going to use this solar panel out here for power currently. I think at some point we're just going to take this other solar panel and put it where we have our builder, so we could just mine out a big area and an entire chunk of that. And then over here in the inside, we have the other solar panel, but for the moment, we have just a refined storage system over here, and then we have just a lava tank over here. And then over on this side, we have our mega furnace that I believe has finished cooking off some glass. And I will get some more cooking in a moment. And over here, we have the solar panel right in the middle. And we have a hole that goes... Give me my jetpack, thank you. We have a hole that goes all the way up to the top over there. And then I have this dimensional cell over here. So we transfer power from the other solar panel all the way over to here. And what we can do is actually, for the time being, since they produce enough power for what we need. They're producing 4,000 RF per tick each. So what we can do is just take this power cell. I believe it doesn't store its energy, which is fine, but it is what it is. We're gonna put this power cell here, and we're gonna take the power cell and put it right here. The top is gonna be input. This side is gonna be output, which apparently is a sapling. I don't know if that is changing because of my texture pack, but it is what it is. So we're going to put that here, and then this side needs to be output as well, and output on all of these. And we can put a dimensional cell here, which is set to input, so that should insert power as soon as we put a solar panel down. We should get power in here. Yep, and this guy should be charged up. We're using 12 FE per tick, so that is fine. And anything else we really don't need in here. The one thing that I'm going to add is this dispersive upgrade, which requires just a couple dies of ender and a blank upgrade to make. And we can toss that in here. And as you saw, my mining gadget got charged. This got charged. So if I fly here, it automatically gets charged. So if I, can I even fly with, I can probably fly with this. And you can see, this is draining. As soon as we're gonna land, it's charged. So that is really cool. Okay, oops, that was the wrong button. There we go. So yeah, we have this on the inside now, and it is charging everything. And these energy cables do work fine for transferring energy. They just do not connect when you first place them down. So I can show you this by grabbing, let's say, our crusher and maybe the furnace as well. Okay, so if we place down, actually, first of all, we're gonna take this dimensional cell and we're gonna put it on the bottom here. Yeah, output. And that way, like that. So it's kind of out of the way. Let's turn on our jetpack. I also moved our mega torch down here. We have some beacons now as well set up. And also the connections for this, if I place this down, it doesn't connect right away, right? So what we can do is when we place the, let's say, crusher down, it is going to connect on the crusher side. Oh, let me in. Game, thank you. So the power cell we need to break, even though we lose the power. And then it connects. So we could have energy cables here on all 4 sides like that and connect that way. We could even put an energy cable right here going all the way up to the top, tippy top, and then have the solar panel there. But then we lose the dispersiveness. That's kind of why I wanted to have the solar panel here in the middle. So what I might do is actually break a 3x3 hole here in the middle, and we can cover it up kind of a little bit on top in a bit of a special way, I guess. Make a bit wider spout at the volcano area. And we can have that as well, and possibly put in glass, and maybe we can cover it with lava, and that might not cover the solar panel. I'm not sure, But this is gonna charge our power cell and it's gonna be really cool. So we're gonna cover this up. We actually don't need the crusher right now here because we're gonna set that up in a different spot later on. Okay, so I'm also made, I want that smart wrench. I also made the fluid grid, which is gonna show every fluid in the system, and then the pattern grid. So for the fluid grid, we can make an external storage. Right, we need some cables, and then we need a destruction core and a construction core. Actually, let's make 2 of these. Oh, I don't have any more processors. Can I make any more of these? I need more of these. Then can I make more of these? 64. Sweet. Get cooked up. There we go. And we can just make 1 external storage, I think, for now. And then I'm gonna grab a sink as well. I think I have it in here, right? Yeah. And then we're gonna grab the cables. And what we can do is we can come in here. And let's say we want to have our sink right here to show that that's kind of like water. And we can put an external storage here, and we're gonna just zip it down like so. And we can set this guy to fluids, and it's going to show 2 billion fluids because this is an infinite water source. And here we can see 2.1 million millibuckets of water. And if we make another external storage, which we can once these guys are cooked up, we can show the lava as well. So if we do an external storage, like that. And we come back here as well. We have to remove, this jetpack is too fast. Remove this here and put that there, and then we do fluids. We can see 32 buckets of lava as well. So we can do that and cover it up. Wonderful. Okay, so that is really, really cool. And yeah, we have now 32 millibuckets of lava. And I don't think we have any other tanks that are higher than this. So we're kind of stuck with using the smaller tanks, but that is fine. I don't think I mentioned, we made a steel jetpack on stream, which is the upgraded version of the silver jetpack we had before, and it holds 12 million RF. So it kind of like 10 times upgraded our power supply here. And we can even upgrade it further because there's the next step, I think, is the platinum, possibly. Or can we go straight to the, no, that's platinum and diamond. So we can go either diamond or platinum. And I don't know if we have plenty of platinum. We can just go directly to platinum and then emerald jetpack, because that's going to be 48 and the platinum is 36. Yeah, we can easily go there if we wanted to, but we don't really have to right now. This is plenty fast, and it's plenty annoying when you want to fly around and do stuff to build, but it's really cool for traveling. So for building, I think I might be using just scaffolding and turning off the jetpack because it's really annoying when you want to place blocks specifically. All right, so that's pretty much all the new stuff that we've did, and let's just continue on. I think the next thing that we should get into is a drawer system, but for that, I want to make dark oak drawers because I think those will fit kind of the best with all of this, because we don't have frame drawers, so we only have the option of using oak, spruce, birch, jungle, acacia, or dark oak. And I think the dark oak will fit the best because we have kind of like a dark theme going on. We could use birch, but that is kind of like, I'd just rather use dark oak, I think. I mean, we can try both, I guess, but for that, we're gonna need a market, and let's actually take a quick nap. And the market, I think, does it? Yeah, it does do the villager thing. So it drops down the Swamp-O-Matic. And here, oh, there it loaded in. We can buy ourselves some dark oak saplings for an emerald each. So we can buy a total of 4 like so, which is all we're gonna need. I'm actually gonna buy a couple of birches too. Let's buy 4 birches. Let's buy 4 jungles as well, just so we have all of the wood types. I have the spruce, I think. And let's buy some achacha as well. And we don't need beetroot melon or any other seeds or bone meal for the moment. So then we can just remove this and then he poofs away. And we never probably need to place this block down ever again. Okay, cool. So I'm gonna grow some dark oak by doing this and then grabbing our super duper watering can. And then we can just water it down, and then I'll probably just mining gadget it without silk touch, without the power and without the freezing, because that's going to be the easiest. We could also put on some fortune and then just fortune all the leaves. That could be an idea, but I can just easily punch it and then it should drop enough saplings for us to get another dark oak tree. Hopefully, at least. It probably will drop me one less and I'll have to place. Please drop me a sapling. Nope, one less. Okay, I will go get the market again. You know, I just said that I'd never have to place this down again. Well, we'll place it down again. And he's gonna crawl up from the floor if he has a ceiling above it. Load, please. Hello, load, please. I have emeralds. No? Ah. Well, apparently the world crashed for some reason. So I managed to figure out what the crash was about, and it was this dispersive upgrade that we put into the solar panel. Apparently it wanted to charge something and then it crashed my game, and I couldn't even log back into the game. The server automatically crashed as soon as I logged back in, so we're not going to be using that. And if you want to use the dispersive upgrade, just don't. Until the bug gets fixed. I'll probably put a report as well on the bug tracker that the dispersive upgrade caused the crash. It was charging only the mining gadget and my jetpack. I don't think it would try charging anything else. It probably didn't try charging these dimensional cells, but anyway, it is what it is. We're not going to use it, and this guy is not having his items again. So I needed another dark oak sapling. Will you have items when you're outside here? Hello, do you have items now? I don't know. Oh, there they are. Now they show up. Okay, cool. So I can buy another dark oak sapling, and hopefully this time when I grow a dark oak tree, we're gonna get enough saplings for me to get a bunch of dark oak going. A wandering trader just spawned, so let's see what he has. Wither skeleton skulls. That could be neat. We have a bunch of those. I mean, we have 5 of those total. I don't think I need more totems of undying. We can probably go raid a mansion and we can get a bunch of those going. Actually, prismarine shards I'm gonna buy too, because those are used in the the dimensional cell recipe as well. So those are neat. Red sand, blue orchids, poppies, and everything else we don't really need. So he can just do his thing. But back to dark oak harvesting. I decided to expand here on the left side, and I kind of had to go down because outside we can probably see it. I cut into this water pool, which really isn't that much of a problem, but if we kept going straight and straight and straight, we would probably hit a point where we didn't have enough space anymore. So we're gonna fix that stuff later on top, but I expanded with a lovely staircase that looks kind of like this. I did a 2 wide thing with some redstone lamps in the back, which actually makes a cool little pattern. It's kind of like the inside of the lamp, but not really because it's made out of the corners of the outsides. So I have that mirrored, and then I have this all set up here. And then we come down here like so, and we have a lovely little kind of like pathway going to our drawers, which are gonna be here. And here I'm gonna have a bunch more of these. So let's just get this dug out. Let's do something like this. And then here. And here. There we go. Okay, so before I actually set up my drawers and before I actually figure out how I want my drawers to be fully set up, I want to get some wireless access to our refined storage system because that is absolutely a possibility right now. And with that, I can just sit here and extract stuff into the drawers. And I made a bunch of dark oak drawers, the 2x2 ones as well. So we can have, let's say, a 5x5 of those here as well. Or maybe we can do, I don't know, like a 5x5 layer on the outside. So exchange all of those for the dark oaks and then keep the compacting in the middle, because I don't really know what everything we're gonna have to compact, what we're not gonna have to compact. So I will go make the wireless access, which is gonna allow us to have easier access to the network here. So refined storage, we're gonna need a wireless transmitter, which is going to be 1 machine casing and then an advanced processor. And then we're going to need a wireless grid. We have a fluid grid and we have a wireless crafting grid as well. That's really what we want. So I need to make another grid. So we need to make a whole another set of these really quickly. And then we can just make a regular grid right here. If we make more gold processors as well, I think. We were missing the gold, yeah. So let's get more of those going. So we're gonna need some processor binding. Let's just get a stack of that going and then make a stack of these and get these going. We're out of silicon. So that is nether quartz smelted. So let's get a couple stacks of that going. And we're gonna put it right here and do a split like, actually, let's do a split like this. And then we're gonna put in the couple pieces of nether quartz and just let that process. Okay, so we need to wait for one of those to happen. And that was required for the grid here. So let's just get a set of those. Lovely. Boom, grid. And then we needed the, I believe, the crafting grid. So that's just gonna be a crafting table and an advanced processor. And then we can do a wireless crafting grid and get that going for us. So I can charge this up. This is gonna be the problem, probably. Hold on. Probably problem. So we have that. Well, does this have to be on a cable? I think it has to be on a cable. So I think we can search for a cable here. So boom and boom. And that has a range of 16 blocks. And I need some range upgrades. So those are going to be... Range upgrades are just an upgrade, which is an improved processor, which we have 2 of. And a couple more in here. Then we need some more glass. I think I have some white we can use. So that's 3, 4. Okay. And then we can turn those into not the silk touch, range. Like that. And we can come behind here to our transmitter. And now I should have a range of 48 blocks. So I think it should reach down here. That should be plenty of area. There we go. Okay. So now I will spend a bunch of time just moving everything into the drawers. All right, everything has been moved to the drawers, and I decided to make a 3 by, I think it's 7 long of drawers on both sides. We have some regular 2x2s and some compacting over here, and I'm storing all of the pretty much basic vanilla materials in this side. I am also storing Inferium Essence and Prosperity Shards because we're gonna get a bunch of those, and it's just nicer to store them here with block forms. If we find another block that we want to store in a compacting drawer, we can easily exchange this and put it over here and then put that block over here. That could be also a thing that we do. Also, I'm storing Plantium ingots. That is the only modded ingot I think that I'm storing because it has recipes with the block and the nugget forms. All of the other ingots, I looked at all of the recipes and nothing really requires blocks of it or nuggets of it. So I don't think it's really necessary to store them in compacting drawers. And then here I just have all of the rest of the miscellaneous blocks and junk and all of the things that were kind of in higher quantities and that we possibly might get through ore processing. So we don't fill up our refined storage disks. If we ore process, for example, moonstone ore, we can just store it over here in the drawer and not worry about anything else. I don't have any sort of void upgrades just yet on these drawers. I have also put a emerald upgrade in almost every single one of these. And that should last us for quite a while, I think. But I will go probably on stream or in between episodes, mine a bunch of obsidian. We're gonna make a bunch of the upgrades and get void upgrades on each one of these hooked up. So that will prevent us from overflowing again our disks by tossing in too much stone that the drawer couldn't handle. So how I connected everything to our system, because you can see we can see everything inside here. I have a cable that goes down from the controller all the way down here underneath the stairs and underneath here. And it's hooked up to the drawer controller, which is connected with some dark oak trim, like so in the back here. It goes up to the drawers, so it touches that part is the drawer there. And apparently dark oak trim disappears when you mine it. And also the drawer controller, so be wary of that. When you mine it, it disappears. So that is just a thing to be wary about. Okay, so here I have this set to priority 100, and it's currently showing 882 items out of 8.2k apparently, which is really wonky, but yeah. I think it's detecting the base drawer size, and it is just showing because we upgraded the drawers of how much actual stuff is in there, but it really doesn't matter. Anyway, I think this is gonna have to be it for today. So with that, I wanna thank you all so much for watching. I'm hoping you enjoyed today's episode. If you did, make sure to hit the like button, and you can also subscribe to see new videos. You can support me on Patreon. The link is down below, and I will see you all in the next episode. Have a great one. Bye-bye.